Autism is a neuropsychological disorder that is connected to unusual neurological development at an early age, typically during the first 3 years of after birth. It can lead to problems in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and restricted, repetitive behavior. It is estimated that 1 to 2 persons from every 1,000 persons worldwide have autism. People diagnosed with autism may have problems like an inability to effectively communicate with others, difficulties in maintaining relationships, and certain other cognitive difficulties. Despite the fact that those who autism can have problems developing social interaction and communication skills, they can otherwise have a tremendous ability to memorize and think on uncommon paradigms. This can often be an advantage, as many well-known innovators and originators in history, such as Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, Woody Allen, and Andy Warhol, have been recognized or are suspected of being an autistic person. There is no single proven cause for the development of autism, but the most prominent reason is thought to be genetic. However, as of yet, it is unclear whether autism and related pervasive developmental disorders are a result of rare genetic mutations or rare combinations of genetic variants. There have also been assertions made that autism can be caused by environmental factors like infectious disease, heavy metals, alcohol, smoking, illicit drugs, vaccines, prenatal stress, etc. However, there has been no correlation found between these, while some of these have been completely disproven. As mostly the symptoms of autism begin to surface rather early behavioral, cognitive, or speech interventions can be beneficial in helping children with autism become self-sufficient and develop effective social and interpersonal communication skills. There have been reports of children recovering from autism, and regression in related symptoms through extensive treatment has been recorded. However, there is no quantifiable measure for this, and it varies with each case, and in the majority of the cases, persons suffering from autism require social and personal support throughout adolescence and entry into adulthood. Understanding autism. Dr. Stephen Shore, assistant professor in the School of Education at Adelphi University in Garden City, New York, was diagnosed with autism in early childhood and considers it a different way of being. According to him, an autistic can be defined as a person with an imbalanced set of senses, out of which some senses may be turned up too high and some turned down too low. As a result, the data that comes in tends to be distorted, and it's very hard to perceive a person's environment accurately. The neurological development in an autistic person is such that their perception of reality is different from other more normal persons. Geraldine Dawson, PhD, explains this differently in that an average person may notice relevant things pertaining to their social position in society, while an autistic person will focus on things which are not immediately relevant. This inability to innately perceive relevant issues makes engaging in social situations and interacting with others a challenge for them. Another thing caregivers should keep in mind is that many autism-oriented symptoms may be attempts made at facilitating communication, and caregivers should recognize them and figure out what they are about. Regardless of the causes for the occurrence of autism and the treatment, children and adults with autism often require assistance in performing daily living functions. Parents and caregivers helping persons with autism need to understand what it is like for the person with autism. For all parents and caregivers, we have prepared this helpful guide. Tips for caring for autistic persons,